Will games after GTA 6 be affected by their pricing plans? For example, a new Batman game at 100, or will they understand that GTA 6 is unique and not many games can price their games at GTA prices? 1,000%, bajillion percent, whatever the percentage is. If GTA releases the base version at 100 or 80 or 90, 1,000% other big companies follow suit. That'll be the new normal. Just like everybody's kind of gotten used to $70, they're just going to try again. I don't personally think that's what they're going to do. My theory has been for a long time that they're going to do 70 just like normal, but I think they're going to do a really extensive early access, like a 7-day early access or something. And that's going to be only available to the $120 version. And they're going to basically sell like millions and millions and millions of copies at 120 a piece, even though technically they're still offering the base price of 70. That's what I think. But Take-Two Interactive were also the same guys that started the $70 trend with an NBA game. So they've pushed it before. So I wouldn't put it past them, but they, if they raise the standard and the standard version is 80 or 90 or 100, bajillion percent. You'll see EA do it with FC games. You'll see Ubisoft looking at doing it. Probably not immediately. I think Ubisoft would actually try to go a little bit lower, like maybe the $70 price point. But that's the thing is once that's the new standard, 70 feels like you're getting a deal. Even though right now that's premium. That's top of the line AAA game. But once the standard's raised to 80, 90, 100, all of a sudden 70 feels like you're getting a discount. And that's exactly why they do it. It's asking for a crash if they go beyond 70. Yeah, in the AAA space, for sure. I think at that point, if they start doing 100 and every AAA game is 100 at launch, I think you're going to see people being super selective. And you're going to have a lot of these games that people are like, or those 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 type AAA games, those will just not sell. People just wait for sales. And that's going to be the real damning thing. When prices are lower, people are more willing to take a risk on a fine game. But once the prices rise, people are just not going to take the risk. They're like, no, I'm only going to buy it at full price if I love it, if I know I'm going to love it, you know? Piracy will go up. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll see them in turn also double down on even more aggressive DRM stuff. I think they'll go crazy. But if anybody is going to try it, it's Take-Two. Take-Two's not your friends. Take-Two, like, they're a big corporation, you know, they're doing what they need to do to make money. And if any game could justify a higher price point, it's probably GTA 6. So you better believe they're thinking about it. You better believe it. Yeah, people will pay any price if the game is really fun and good and not cheap. Agenda propaganda. I mean, I think it's just people want good games. That's the thing. People want good games. And if you make a good game, they'll buy it and support you. But I think the thing is, because I've heard a lot of people, I've pointed it out on TikTok, you go and you say the same thing. Are they going to price it at 100, GTA 6 at 100? And everybody on TikTok is like, yeah, they should. I'd buy it. I've got money. I'm rich. Everybody's trying to flex on each other through anonymous comments on TikTok. But like on TikTok, it's very, yeah, absolutely. They should definitely price it that much. It was an expensive game to make. You go on YouTube, nobody says that. Everybody's like, no, are you insane? But it's because I think the TikTok crowd is much younger and they're not perhaps appreciating the externalities of that decision, which would be that, yeah, GTA 6 would be at $100, which I think all of us would agree. Like if any game could justify a $100 price point with how much money they've spent on it and stuff, it's probably GTA 6. That's going to be the most expensive game ever made by the time it's done. So sure. The problem are the externalities. The problem's the other stuff that comes along with that decision, which is that everybody else then prices at that same price point because it's normalized. And then the industry as a whole, I think, suffers. I don't think you can price every AAA game at 100 and expect the industry to stay the same as it is today. On the consumer side, to be clear. I think the corporate side will be very jubilant, but I think that you're going to see... if they did that and then you saw all these multi-platform games and you know, PlayStation starts to try and go to $100, like you'll see Game Pass skyrocket in value. Xbox could justify raising the price of Game Pass by $5 a month, significant increase, but just because they know that like, yeah, 20% increase still feels a hell of a lot better than paying $100 for a game. You know, that's why all of these companies are like begging Take-Two to do it. They all would love it. Because once that first domino falls, they all start to fall. And then you can't blame the other dominoes because you're like, hey, well, the one back there fell before me. It's not my fault. I'm just following the market, you know? Oh, I agree. I agree. They can't even deliver a finished product at 70. I totally agree. That's why I think if they move to 100, even though everybody will buy it, I think it would be terrible for the industry. We're going to see. That might be part of the reason why they're taking their time to set up like store pages, because they're just trying to finalize it before doubling down on it.